Hey everyone, welcome to the Teach Better Today morning show where the Teach Better team gets to kick off your morning every single day, Monday through Friday at 7 a.m. Eastern. Jeff Gargas is in the house. We're so excited to be a part of your morning. Jeff, look more excited to be here. We'll be right back so Jeff can wake up. Deep breaths, Jeff. Put on that smiling face because we are here for Teach Better Team's Today morning show. Jeff, are you alive?
I want to be clear that it wasn't that I wasn't excited. I am excited, but I'm always a little nervous and cautious when you invite me to record anything or be live or do anything like that without a whole lot of context because you didn't give me a whole lot.
Yeah, like
So
this
I'm
is your first time
here
live. Welcome to the Teach
and
Better
I'm
team.
cautiously optimistic about what kind of a time we're going to have right now. So
It's going to
all
be
of you watching, I love you. I just
the
don't
most
trust Rae.
fabulous time you've ever had is what it's going to be.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right. Awesome.
Jeff, this is the first time that you are jumping onto the brand new live stream show.
Yeah,
How does
that's
it
exciting.
feel?
It's awesome. Am I doing the weather? We talked about me doing the weather
You're
on
not
this show now that we're doing now. No,
Yeah.
this is cool. I'm so excited that this is like officially launched. We've been working on it for a little while. We've been really excited about it for a while. Being back to help and start every day throughout the week for our community and being connected to them. So I was excited. And yeah, I didn't get to be on the first, I don't know how many of them, but here I am. I guess thanks.
I mean, Katie was just kind of like hogging it, and I don't know what to tell you. Like, she's just really controlling that way.
She does that. She's very controlling.
So controlling. Jeff, back in the day, you and I used to have a podcast together. It was just you and me. And we get together on Monday nights and we record. And I just want you to see a little reflection of how far we've come. Our commercials are cool. We have video. You look just so handsome and dapper. I mean, we've grown. We have grown, and our community is better than ever.
Do you know that we started that podcast? It was 5 years ago. August 28th, 2018 is when we launched Teach Better Talk.
Honest to God, I literally cannot believe that. No.
And the funny part is, I'm pretty sure this goes up. The audio from this is going up to the podcast too. So like, it's still going. It's just, we don't record every Monday night for 3 hours.
We have very much fostered our podcast community over at Teach Better Talk Podcast. This is going to be available for people to listen over on Teach Better Talk Podcast every morning, just as well as it's streaming on social media and find it on YouTube. And that's what the show's all about, meeting our network where they're at and giving a few takeaways as well as some shenanigans as you start your day. I love it. You can listen while you're, cooking breakfast or getting dressed or driving to school. It's good stuff.
I love the shenanigans.
It's good shenanigans. Jeff, before we get into our deep, so deep discussion.
Always deep.
Always deep discussion. First, I have a few questions for you. There actually I only have two, but the first one may be most important. Can you tell our community who your favorite team member is?
Favorite team member?
Yeah, Teach Better team member. Who's your favorite team member? I just want to make sure everybody knows that it's me.
It's definitely Rae Hughart. Definitely Rae Hughart.
Wow, I'm so glad we got that in recording. Perfect. The second question I had, less important, is we have our community here getting into the school year. Some people have just started. Some people are in the midst of getting started here in just a few weeks. What do you think is the biggest excitement in this time of year? What are you excited for our community to experience? Any kind of celebrations you want to give a shout out to?
I think I'm excited personally, me as someone who's obviously I'm not going back to a building or a classroom, but for me, one of the coolest parts about this time of the year is seeing the excitement of those in our community. Obviously, right, coming into August, you start seeing a lot of the kind of jokingly of summer's over, it's time to get back, or potentially some nerves, anxiousness, maybe even frustration with changes and stuff like that. But once our community starts getting back into their classrooms and their buildings, and they start seeing their colleagues, but more importantly, honestly, like seeing the kids, and they start having those interactions, that all changes. And the stuff that we start seeing, the stories start hearing, it's about the new faces that they just met, and the little quirks that the kids have, and they took on the new subject, and they're getting into it very well. And it doesn't matter because the kids are amazing. And the new thing that they're trying to get, the first week kicked off the right way, or that new activity they're doing to have their students connect with each other, or whatever it might be. That to me is one of the coolest parts, 'cause we get to watch, and it's just like, with all the challenges that teachers face and continue to face, and as this year will no doubtably continue to bring, there's that level of excitement for the first. I mean, don't get me wrong, it continues throughout the year, but like that, those first couple weeks when you see those first things when they first get back in there, like that's when you realize why all the people that are in our community do what they do. Uh,
Yeah. Guys, you have to share.
yes, yes. So please don't not share. Don't
You have to share.
one changing the brand of Twitter or whatever else he's done with Twitter stop you from sharing out the amazing stuff. Put it on your Instagram, put it on your Blue Skies, put it on your whatever you're at. We want to see it. And if you tag hashtag Teach Better, it makes it easy for us to see it. But well, I love that. That's the coolest thing for me, I think.
They could post it in our private Facebook group too. And it doesn't even come across like bragging. Like maybe like fault us, like in your comments or your tweet or your post, do something like Jeff Gargas and Rae Hughart told me to do this.
Jeff and Rae made me do this.
Yes.
But like, I don't think it's ever bragging. It's celebrating, right?
I agree, but sometimes our community is like, oh, I wanted to, but I ended up not sharing that. I didn't think anyone was interested. Like, let's be clear. We're interested. We want to see it. Just like throw it out there. Tag us so we can give you green hearts.
And I actually like talk about one of the sessions that I do and speak on is this whole idea of increasing your impact by sharing your story. Like, you don't know that your little share that you think is some little thing that you did at the start of this year and you post on your Instagram stories, like the way in which you did it and the way you described it, like that could be the thing that another teacher was just waiting on to like flip the switch on how they're going to do something different, or how they're going to implement, or maybe give them the courage to like do something new because you are. So it is not definitely not bragging. It's not selfish. I'd almost argue that it's selfish to keep it to yourself. So put it out there, and if for no other reason, because Jeff and Rae want to see it. So
yeah, I really, really, really want to see it.
Yes.
Actually, Jeff, one of the things I want to talk about here in the show, we'll transition here to our team talk, is you've been doing so much coaching this summer that I feel like our community, unless they're in that bubble, have not heard a lot about. And I just want to highlight some incredible things being done by educators who are stepping out of their comfort zone and doing a little bit of extra to grow and develop as people. So we'll be right back. We're going to get into some of that good stuff. We're back for Teach Better Today morning show, streaming on social media, YouTube, and also as an episode of Teach Better Talk podcast every single morning at 7 a.m. Eastern. Jeff, we're getting into you being annoying and doing this stuff that is changing lives and then not talking about it. That's exactly what I want to get into. For real, like this is so spot on, because Jeff, you have always been passionate about helping people. I know that our community already knows that. And kind of on the side, in the background, you've been helping members of our community not only grow in the classroom, obviously, but grow as people, consider business, kind of support their side hustles. And then slowly but surely made a little mastermind. And then from there, you like developed a little more. And it was always like kind of off to the side, get a little crew of people that joined in that were super interested. Now I hate it because it's huge and it's only growing. And you brought the podcast network into it because the podcast network has a similar mindset of being educators who are trying to share their passions with an audience. And that kind of has a business vibe. I'd love to talk about our Creators Club.
Yeah, so the Edu Creator Club community, yeah, it did you kind of summarize how it kind of accidentally happened in a sense. It came out of the pandemic where I was just meeting with people randomly, and you and I both done this a lot of meeting with educators. You have something going on, whether I don't know, writing a book, launching a blog, launch a podcast, whatever, and trying to help them do that alongside of all the other stuff that they do. And I kind of got it was there's a core group that we would meet in pretty much weekly, and we decided that we should probably like maybe get a little more official, a little more organized, and we did. So it was actually the summer of 2020 when we initially launched the mastermind. 20 maybe, I don't know, whatever. We've had it for a couple years now, and we officially did that. We built it on a platform called Circle, which is essentially is a platform that's created for um, private communities, so you avoid the algorithm and the ads and all that stuff. It's just very focused. Go ahead.
For people that are like total goofs like me, it looks like a Facebook group, like a private
it looks and feels a lot like a Facebook group,
but it's not on Facebook. So it's just it's like a new platform, but it gives you that privacy of a private group that I really like.
And it gives you, and it's built in, like you have what you call spaces, and you could have spaces that cover different topics, but all related to the overall community. And it allows you to go in where when you go there, you know exactly what you're getting. Well, a lot of times you go to Facebook, like you can go there for a million different reasons, right? And so we launched there, and we were doing just like the Edupreneur Mastermind, and was going well. And then Josh Stamper and you had assisted quite a bit in helping with that management, and Josh really liked the platform and thought, maybe good for our podcasters. And we realized, as you said, like our podcasters, while they might not see their podcast as a side hustle or anything like that, it's just something that they love doing. The two groups were asking a lot of similar questions. How do I get people more eyes on this? How to get more people listening to this, et cetera, et cetera. Or maybe I am considering monetizing or whatever, how to do that. We said, let's bring them together to better support both. And as we were doing that, we're like, oh, well, that's going well. We kind of figured out that while our podcasters might not consider themselves edupreneurs, they're all edu creators. And that's kind of where we got to this edu creator, which is basically any educator who creates something, anything outside of their classroom or their school. Whether you're blogging,
or they create stuff in their classroom and they're looking to get more eyes on it outside of school.
Yes.
Like if you're an educator who creates like cute lesson plan ideas, like this is a teachers pay teachers way too. We're just talking about like getting your message out, like really, and not out to your students, but out to educators.
Yes. And so we launched the Edu Creator Club membership, which is gets you access to that community. And there's a ton of conversations going in there. We do weekly challenges. There's some exclusive content we put in there. We have events. We've had some incredible events already this past year, and we've got more coming up. So it's really exciting. I then am really fortunate. We also, out of our Edupreneur Mastermind, there was a group that we're asking for a little more, and they have side hustles that have turned into pretty successful businesses and want to go further with them. And so we actually launched something that we call our MBA program, which is our Edupreneur MBA. So MBA based off of Masters of Business. And that's another mastermind. So we have two different masterminds that meet weekly, plus the community. And it's been so cool to watch so many different levels of impact. Watching some of the folks that have been with us for a couple of years now grow their idea or their small side hustle to something more. And also the folks that are just kind of getting started, launching podcasts or launching a blog or just sort of trying to figure out whether they want to do something. They're not sure, but they have that itch, and it's a blast. I love it. And like I said, Josh Stamper really has been a big part of doing that. And you putting up with me has been good. It's been really exciting. And so it's been fun now that over the last month or so, we've kind of brought that more into the public eye, and the limelight's not the word I'm looking for, but a little more up invisible. Does that make sense?
Well, and it can't be invisible anymore because of all the people involved. I feel like the people involved in this group are really like a lot of OGs in the Teach Better community too. I mean, these are people that I've respected for a long time that then have chosen to get into the space. You even have some speakers in there, people that just want to become, maybe they want to look at being like an educational consultant or write a book. Like, I love the variety. And I think that's what I enjoy so much is it's educators that want to do more in the field and educators that like have a side hustle that have almost nothing to do with the field, but want to like enjoy their hobby as well. I've really enjoyed it. So if you guys are interested, I just personally feel like it's never discussed, which falls on me and everybody else in the community. I'm sorry, but I don't know if you consider yourself an edu creator, this might be a platform and network for you that, you know, the Teach Better community always wants to keep you with us. Obviously, there's a lot of education talk for us to have, but if you have other passions or want to extend your impact, this could be another network for you to be a part of. And Jeff, to be completely honest with you, I don't even know where they go if they want that. Our homepage has stuff.
It's teachbetter.com/edu. Just go to teachbetter.com/educreator, I think is how you get there. So edu creator. So EDU creator.
Yeah. If you have any issues, just go to teachbetter.com or direct message us. We'll make sure to get it for you. We'll double check on that. So it'll be good.
Love it. Yes. I'm super excited if you can join us. It is. And Rae already kind of said it, but like, regardless of where you're at or where you think you are, what you think you do or do not know, there's room for you and there's a spot for you in there, and it's going to make sense. And you're going to not only get value, but I think also bring value as well. So and happy to answer any questions if you have them before we get in.
Love it. Friends, don't forget that the Teach Better Today morning show is live Monday through Friday, every single morning at 7 a.m. We will see you for the next one. And until then, let us know, of course, if you need anything or if you just want to message Jeff Gargas and remind him that I should be his best friend and not Joshua _. I would appreciate that. Bye, friends. See you later.
See ya.
Hey, Teach Better community. Thank you so much for joining the Teach Better Today morning show every single weekday at 7 a.m. Eastern. We have so many resources for you outside of this live stream at teachbetter.com, including blogs, podcasts, and professional development that will bring our team to your school. Wherever you are listening from this morning, please make sure you are sharing and celebrating the incredible educators in this world. And hey, if you are listening over on a podcast to Teach Better Talk, we would love a 5-star review. The comments are always so entertaining. We'll see you tomorrow.